Hey guys, happy Friday, getting ready for the weekend over here at the Melanson house. And I just want to remind you that counting spring break, we have all been locked in our houses for 9 weeks. And that is crazy to even think about. We've had only our families. Maybe you've been in contact with limited other people. You have limited outings, limited social contacts, and quite honestly, it's just getting a little bit old and a little bit frustrating. And I know we're all ready for it to return to normal, but there's really not an end in sight. We really don't know when things are going to go back to normal. So it's probably safe to say that you're feeling cranky, that you might be a little bit short-tempered, you might be caught up in your own concerns and worries, and you might have a tendency to take it out on the people in your house. I know that I do. It's completely natural and completely human to feel frustrated and to want to take it out on the people who are closest to you. It's a very hard situation that we're dealing with. But even though it's hard and even though it's frustrating, it's not an excuse to treat others poorly. And so this week, I'm going to turn to Paul again in Ephesians chapter 4. I told y'all last time this is my favorite book. But we're going to go to chapter 4, and it's the very beginning of chapter 4. It's verses 1 through 3. So Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 3 says, and again, it's Paul speaking. I, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Those verses kind of show us the attitude that we should have when we are frustrated, when we're in situations that frustrate us. When we're dealing with other people and we're frustrated, our natural reaction is to use harsh words, be short with them, be kind of cranky. But Paul is telling us here that we should actually have an attitude of humility and gentleness toward other people. So humility is defined as a modest or low view of one's own importance. And gentleness is defined as a quality of being kind, tender, or mild-mannered. So basically, humility is taking yourself out of the equation and realizing that it's not about you. It's about how you treat others. Okay, and then gentleness tells us how we should treat others, and that is through being kind and tender. So, when you're feeling frustrated at how things are going, and it's not the way that you think it should be going, we tend to give in to the natural human feelings of crankiness, snapping at others, frustration, all of those things. And what we need to do is take a step back. Ask God to give you an attitude of humility and gentleness to treat others in a way that reflects Christ and not yourself. All right, I'm going to pray for you guys, and then I'm going to wish you a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day weekend. God, thank you so much again for these words from Paul. We just pray that in times like this where emotions and stress and anxiety are running high, that you would help us not to react in the human ways of frustration, but to give us attitudes of gentleness and humility that we could reflect you to others around us, God. I just want to lift each and every one of our students up, and anybody who's watching this video. Pray for all the moms out there to have a wonderful weekend and a great Mother's Day. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.